Imagine turning a few dollars into thousands in just 90 days, guaranteed. That was the promise Charles Ponzi made to thousands of Bostonians in 1920. But behind the charm and the checks was a house of cards built on a simple postal reply coupon. This is the true story of the man who gave his name to the Born in Italy in 1882, Carlo Pietro Giovanni Guglielmo Tebaldo Ponzi arrived in America with $2.50 in his pocket after gambling away his savings on the ship. He drifted through odd jobs, even served time for forgery in Canada. But Ponzi was a dreamer with a salesman's charisma, always. In 1919, while working in Boston, Ponzi received a letter from a Spanish company containing an international reply coupon. He realized that due to post-war currency fluctuations, these coupons could be bought cheaply in Europe and redeemed for higher value stamps in the US. The potential profit was small per coupon. Ponzi founded the Securities Exchange Company and promised investors 50% returns in 45 days, later upping it to 100% in 90 days. He claimed to be exploiting the postal coupon arbitrage, but in reality, he was simply paying old investors with money from new ones. The complexity of international word spread like wildfire. Boston's working-class Italian community, eager for a piece of the American dream, flocked to Ponzi. In early 1920, money poured in so fast that clerks struggled to count it, stuffing cash into wastebaskets. Ponzi's charisma and early payouts created a frenzy. By mid-1920, Ponzi was a celebrity. He bought a mansion, wore silk suits, and drove a custom limousine. He took over a bank and lived like royalty. The press hailed him as a financial wizard. But beneath the surface, the math was impossible. To cover all investments, financial journalists and state regulators began asking questions. The Boston Post published articles questioning how Ponzi could generate such returns. Ponzi sued for libel, which backfired when the investigation deepened. Meanwhile, his own publicist turned against him, revealing the scheme's fragility. In August 1920, a federal audit revealed Ponzi's liabilities far exceeded assets. Panic ensued as investors demanded their money. Ponzi tried to stay afloat by borrowing and even offering to stop taking new money, but it was too late. The scheme unraveled, and on August 12, he was arrested. Ponzi was convicted on federal mail fraud charges and served prison time. After release, he attempted new scams in Florida, selling swampland under false pretenses. He was deported to Italy in 1934, where he worked briefly for Mussolini's government before fleeing to Brazil, dying in poverty in 1940. Ponzi's scheme wasn't the first of its kind, but its scale and publicity made it the archetype. Today, every pyramid or Ponzi scheme bears his name. The core lesson endures: if an investment promises high returns with no risk, it's likely a fraud. From Madoff to crypto scams, the same pattern. Ponzi schemes exploit basic human psychology, the fear of missing out, trust in community leaders, and the seduction of effortless wealth. Ponzi understood that early payouts build credibility and word of mouth. Modern scammers use the same tactics, often targeting tight-knit groups. Recognizing these. If this story of greed and deception fascinated you, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into financial history's most gripping tales. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Thanks for watching, and stay vigilant.